let me go ahead and say something that is for anyone who tunes in later to like watch the VOD, uh, like when this gets added to the playlist on YouTube or whatever. Um, that here in this session, possibly, definitely in next session, uh, we will vaguely touch on like some like themes of like sex workers and like violence against sex workers.
Oh damn.
uh, so like if
Uh.
that's a problem, just FYI, that is a thing that's around the corner in the game. Um, and also, you know, like uh, Torque's trans identity for the vast majority of the game, outside of that like bit with
Orcs in
the
the
orc
fortress.
bandits at the beginning, yeah, the orcs in the fortress near the beginning, it hasn't been an issue. Well, it's about to become an issue again.
Oh.
So you know,
We
like,
gonna have to kill some people.
I mean, yeah, you are going to have to kill some people.
Well,
There are
it's
some,
fine with that.
not, there are some not nice people who are here who don't have positive things to say about uh, what is effectively the game's mascot. Um, I still think it's fucking hilarious. I
Unintentionally,
still think it
yeah.
is fucking hilarious that like Torque just slipped in front of Oda and was like, "Nope, nope, this is mine now." Um,
It was quite the
but
unintentional effect.
yeah, that was completely unintentional. It happened that way, and I wouldn't take it back for nothing. It has uh, really given Torque and Gloria and Rusi now have all had like opportunities to grow as characters, and
Yeah.
so like you know that's very positive. I see that as a very positive thing. Um,
Oh my
but
god.
yeah, like Torque's trans identity is going to be a slight factor uh, with some of the people here in Whitrin that you will be dealing with. So you know. That is a thing that we just need to point out that's going to come up. So
Can't wait to
if
kill
anybody has any
some
problems with it,
fucking people.
What's up?
just
Yeah.
know.
We gotta kill some
I
fucking
was yeah,
fucking
I was just
people.
mentioning that for anybody who is listening to this like later on the VOD, like when it gets added up onto YouTube or whatever, just a couple of little points of interest in that if you have very strong feelings about like uh, people who have like a trans identity being the target of violence, that is a thing that is going to come up. If you have a problem with sex workers in general being targets of violence and similar sort of thing, that is a subject that is going to come up here in the next like arc of the game,
Gotcha.
because we are in basically the Wild West, and you know that's that is a thing
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
kind of associated with that genre. So like you know, ladies and fellas of the night are here in the town of Whitrin, and you know they be plying their trade and all that sort of stuff. But there is also evil afoot, and that evil is going to you know like go after easy targets. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to point that out though for anybody who might be listening later that this is a thing. We have talked about this as a group, both actually, you know, live and in voice, and also just like in Discord and whatnot. Other places we're not being recorded actively. Um,
Yeah.
that this is all stuff that we generally are okay with dealing with. I don't think that I'm going to push anybody's boundaries with any of the content that I have planned here. Um, So yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, danger. Just so that you are aware, Jamal is a wall, but that's fairly normal, so
Yeah.
it's almost not worth mentioning. And then Jade and Johnny are
They said they'll be back.
handling dinner, I think. They said that they would be back about like 10-ish minutes. Of which it's been about 5-ish. But like anyway.
Sorry it took
then
me so
we
long. We were doing pizza.
Yeah.
Oh no,
don't
you're
worry
good. Because
about
like
that. You're spending time with your family. What are you talking about?
yeah, definitely. And we spent most of the time with Syrup struggling to get OBS back up and running on his new rig.
I've been procrastinating it because I was like, oh fuck, yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm done. I got
God, I feel you.
do.
I feel you. I feel you.
Once I get my new rig, I'll start recording on OBS as well, just to make sure we have like a backup for the backup.
So it's always
I
nice to have a backup.
To make sure the audio is always good beforehand. So
yeah.
Double check again. That's what I always do. I don't know. It's just how because I used to record a lot of stuff, so I just figured I'd just do it out of habit whenever I hit record on anything anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. What? So they said there was a marketplace. Okay. Well, you know, we can go there.
Yes. There is a there is a market.
The Pheno workshop.
There are.
I don't know if we want to be doing. I mean, these guys.
Speaking thereof, there was actually something specific to that. That I was going to have. It's going to have Torque's dad mention to you. But basically, since Torque had sent ahead like a letter to them and to the the town in general of like, hey, merchants,
merchants.
yada yada yada.
We are heavily armed.
We are armed merchants.
We will shoot back.
Yeah, you are heavily armed merchants. But this would have been something that like Torque's dad, Tulk, who is an orc. He is an orc man who's in like his like late 40s. He's older than Sirhan by like a handful of years, but like it's catching up to him fast. He's also recently been put into a wheelchair, which happened after Torque left. So, like she's having to deal with that. But it's been a couple of years since he was put into a wheelchair, so he's more or less, sort of like gotten used to it. He was out with the boys doing some rancher shit, and something spooked his mount, and it threw him off, and he did not hit well.
Yeah.
So
I imagine that stuff. You could fucking die from that.
Mm-hmm. You can. So he technically got away lucky. But either way though, it would have been something that like right after y'all landed and Torque was handling introductions and whatnot, that like Torque's dad would have spoken to Callie specifically to tell her that since Torque had, since you guys had sent letters ahead, and her personal letter to them and the letter that was sent to the town head came in at the same time. The town head, who is a orc man named find his name real quick. Whitrin, guys in Whitrin. Where's your name at?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay, so the guy who is the head of Whitrin at the moment, he's an older orc gentleman. His name is Alkazed, and he told Torque's dad. He told Tulk, since Torque would be coming with you and would be flying you out to the ranch house, Alkazed told Tulk to tell Kelly that the Pheno workshop is free and clear to do commerce as you see fit here in Whitrin. They did have, however, one very specific request that they wanted to make, and that was that you please do not sell specifically Imperial guns or explosives to any of the people here. Everything else, fine. Like all other weapons and whatnot, fine. But like specifically guns and explosives, they're really trying to limit that. Like there's already plenty of them that have like spread throughout the cowpokes. But like Tolk would explain that kind of the reason that they're doing it is that they're trying to maintain some control. They want to make sure that there is a greater supply of firearms in the hands of like law-abiding citizens as opposed to bandits. And the more and more guns that fill the location, the harder and harder it becomes to keep those out of the hands of people who would, use them to do harm. Not that they won't, not that these guys, if they really wanted to, wouldn't just pick up a rock and bean you with it, but like at least then they got to get close, at least then they got to get close and put themselves in danger as opposed to like sniping you from the woods. So yeah, that was just the one request that they made. That you do not sell any guns or explosives to the folks here. Everything else
goes to put his bombs back in his bag. Just like, okay.
Yeah, you do. Like Tom's like pulling like Tim's just like pulling out like his little like fold down table thing with like rows of explosives on them and dynamite and all that. Like, oh wait, no.
We're not doing this? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
We gotta look good first, okay? We can maybe
Gotcha.
to some of the police force or something like that. I'm not opposed to selling
Johnny, Zany,
yes.
y'all there?
Okay. Zany's laying down for a bit, but she'll be joining us, yeah.
Okay, cool. Then let's do an official recap here and go ahead and get that out of the way. All right, so last session, we basically handled downtime. The party at the beginning of February had returned to Casimir and was checking in with everybody and basically spent the next month doing downtime there in town, making some like minor adjustments to the Flying Angler. Callie set up a whole bunch of other projects, even like set aside an area that the like kobold and human work crew are getting started on like hollowing out a space for her to build a gigantic submarine. Like things like that. Those were set up and those projects were started. Callie also took the time to make sure that anybody who didn't have the +1 potency rune on their armor now has it on their armor. And a couple of the weapons got upgraded from a +1 to a +2.
I'm pretty
so,
sure
bing boom.
One of your weapons got it was one of your weapons.
Yeah, and one of your guns got upgraded, and it can be either the pistol or the blunderbuss, whichever one you wanted to do.
Whichever one you be best on.
The bombard gun, whichever one that you wanted to have done.
Yeah, whichever one you see fit for that to be.
But Callie took care of doing that stuff, as well as setting up a whole bunch of other projects. There was a lot of construction continued throughout the month of February until and now actually that the spring thaw is coming in, it's only actually picking up. But as the spring thaw has started, the party decided that on advice from Torque that what they would do is that they would write letters and they would send them to all of the towns that they would basically be coming near on the way through the kingdom, so that you wouldn't have to do that whole like, please don't shoot us down, we are merchants, we swear, song and dance with every single town that you were coming across. Now this only goes as far as the actual borders of the kingdom, because Torque does not know down into like the McMarches and the Gad's Theocracy, any of those towns or anything like that. So once you get to that border, well, you're going to have to make the decision on whether or not you want to fly wide around towns or cruise over them. But either way, letters were sent ahead so that they would have the opportunity to arrive at those locations before the party did. Once everything was all said and done, though, in the first week, or at the end of the first week of March, the party loaded up, and this includes officially, as far as the NPCs are concerned, that you have Torque with you, you have Rusi with you, you have Gloria with you. They're on the Flying Angler. Gloria just sleeps on deck, as she is not bothered by thin air or cold.
Also sleeps on the deck.
Yeah, and also like she can just curl up and act as like a fucking heated
weighted blanket
pillow bag for like Callie when she's sitting up there and driving. Yeah, she's just a big heated beanbag. But yeah, so Gloria is available. Basically, I've wanted to set it up where you guys could trade out your NPCs at the Flying Angler without having to go back home, especially since this next arc, you're going to be a very significant distance away from it.
Yeah.
Not that you weren't beforehand, but like this is going to be even more so.
Far.
So the party then flew for roughly about a week to get to Whitrin, and they flew over the great open plains of this part of the Kingdom of Bach. This area is generally known as the High Prairie. It is very flat. It is mostly grasslands with like little bundles of trees here and there. A lot of homesteads here and there, but very little in the way of civilization. Besides Whitrin here, you've only like came close to one other town. However, though, one thing that you guys did pass by, and I don't remember if I mentioned it last time, but one thing that y'all did pass by distantly, so you would have seen it like over there, is the kingdom is currently also in the middle of laying down train tracks that will cross the High Prairie and go from like one end of the kingdom to the other. So they're almost done with that. So like they started at the other end and they're almost all the way to the end on this side with train tracks. So you saw them putting down train tracks and like their steam locomotive just like sitting there on the tracks waiting as workers were putting down ties and rails and all that sort of stuff.
Grand Theft Railroad or something.
I'm just telling you that it's there, that it exists. It's a thing that is happening in this part of the world right now, is that they have gotten to the point where they have trains and steam power and sort of stuff. So like the orcs are getting up there in the technology. Now that technology level is still like they're on that part of the tech tree. And in many ways, they are actually way behind the Empire. In a lot of ways, I mean, you guys are literally in a flying boat, and they're laying down tracks for trains.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there is definitely a big discrepancy in like the general tech level, and obviously when you guys get here. They've got a couple of guard towers around town that do have like ballista, and they've got even they've got one embedded, but it clearly has not been used in so long because it's overgrown with vegetation. But they clearly have embedded near one part of the town a fucking trebuchet.
Nice.
So and there's evidence, that at some point in the past they've had to build up like little bunker walls. For something, but again, it's so old at this point. There's probably no one living in town that was around the last time it was fucking used for anything. It's been that long. Yeah. But otherwise, though, this is a cattle ranching settlement. They do primarily ranching, cattle management, which they have the cattle that they have are basically bison, like think American bison, but also think that they've got like 3 horns. So they've got the 2, on the side, like you would normally have, but then they've got one that comes out of the middle of their forehead like a fucking unicorn horn. So they're called trihorns. But they're otherwise they're cows. They're just big, fluffy cows that move in a slow meandering herd, and main job here is moving that herd around, dealing with the animals, slaughtering, handling food production, other materials, and all of the sorry about that. All of the other
shit.
associated things.
Oh, no.
All of the other associated things that come along with that. So all of the blacksmithing and leatherworking and yada yada and so on and so forth. The other big business here is apples. They grow apples in orchards, and they make a lot of like apple-based products. Like Torque can basically do that scene from Forrest Gump where they're like talking about shrimp, except she can do it with apples.
We could just talk a ton about apples.
Yeah, she could just go on and on about like, different
Red Delicious.
Apple autism.
So, but yeah, it's a thing there, and like she rattles it off that way because she's like sick and fucking tired of it. But like it's like it's a thing. It's the other major industry in the area. So otherwise, as you can see on the map there, Whitren is mostly an orc town. It does actually have a significant population of humans, and then there are a couple of other people you guys have met so far. One hobgoblin, actually. One of the you met a hobgoblin.
I remember saying it's an actual hobgoblin.
Yeah,
Howdy,
it's
hobgoblin.
First
hobgoblin we've ever heard of.
Yeah, it is literally the first hobgoblin that the party has seen. Not that you guys don't know what a hobgoblin is, just simply that they're that rare over in the Empire. But over in this side of the world, especially the further east you go, the more and more populous hobgoblins are going to become. But yeah, one of the cowpokes that works for Torque's dad, one of the other like ranch hand gaucho guys, is a hobgoblin. And he came out with the other gauchos when you guys came up on the boat to see this incredible vessel, not to mention like see the boss's daughter and meet all of her like friends and so on and so forth. Which all of her friends also includes Oda, Boer, Tommy, and Saffron. Boer has a tearaway vehicle that that obviously they can keep pace with you guys in. So like
vehicle.
Yes, it is a vehicle. It is a vehicle. Nothing else tears away. Okay. Don't worry about it. Anyways. Anyways. Which actually, it did occur to me that like with Boer having the Witch's Cauldron food truck, that Boer also effectively has a surface to air and vice versa like life raft or like when the fucking Enterprise like sends out a shuttle to take a couple of crew members
like a I know what you're talking about. Yeah, like a AAA or All-Star. Hey.
Yeah, basically the boat wouldn't have to land. Boer could
get a person in and out,
up and down. Yeah, Boer could transport people in and out if need be. Is what I'm saying.
Including just I hate to harp on it. Is including Gloria?
Yes, although it would be Gloria by herself. Like it would be Gloria and Boer. Like Gloria would be the only other passenger if Gloria was the one being moved. Otherwise, Boer can take 4 other people.
Nice.
So yeah, but if we're talking Gloria, it's Gloria by herself. The other thing is that the trike does not move if Boer is not touching it. Boer has to be on it and conscious in order for it to work. Unlike the blimp, which has physics, that keep it floating. The Boer's vehicle is utterly magical based. So if Boer is not touching it, if Boer is not conscious, gravity affects it immediately, and it weighs like 200 pounds.
Just plummets.
Yeah, it's just like a stone. So yeah, so that is the other thing. In order to use it for that function, Boer does have to be there and be alive and awake. But yeah, just thought I would point that out. So, anyways, the party arrived relatively early in the morning. It is mid-March. It is specifically. Let me get the days here. It is. It is March 12th. All right, so it is relatively early morning when the party pulls up on March 12th. Torque handles introductions for the party to her parents. Her parents are, again, Tolk, which is her dad. He is Orc. He is a late 40s aged dude. Like, he's a bit older than Sirhan. He is in a wheelchair, but he is otherwise, in good health and good spirits. Her mother is a woman named Lehu. She is a sort of dusky-skinned human woman with like curly hair and everything. Like, also that is very clearly like where Torque gets it honest from. But there's her parents. There are a couple of gauchos which are currently staying at the ranch that are basically just farmhands, assistants, that kind of stuff. It won't be for at least another month before they're running at full steam and they've got everybody here. So at the moment, this big ass ranch that they have has ample rooms for everybody to be able to like bed down and sleep and all this sort of stuff. You don't have to sleep in the angler. Although Gloria, chooses that she will just be around the angler, like next to it, nearby it, rather than like inside of the house where everyone else is. Just simply because she doesn't want to like accidentally like freak out and punch a hole through a wall, or put Torque's other parent in a wheelchair accidentally. But yeah. Anyways, so her parents are very happy to see Torque, obviously, but they're also very happy to meet the party. They weren't expecting, honestly, to get a letter, like a week and a half ago, to tell them that Torque was on her way back, that she would be in town for at least a little while, and they could even celebrate her birthday, which comes up towards the end of the month. Her birthday is on the 22nd, so 10 days from now. And they haven't seen her for a couple of years. Specifically, they have not seen her for 4 years. And as far as Torque has mentioned to everybody, she and her parents, she went her own way out in the world, with their blessing and everything. It was other people in town that were being kind of a problem that caused her to take off. Previous to her leaving, she was with her mom, which her mother runs a business called The Lips, which is a somewhat famous, somewhat infamous tavern in town. And Torque gets a lot of her skills from learning to become like a saloon matron, essentially. That was the plan, as it was, is that she would take over eventually for her mother to run the saloon. So she had to learn all of those skills. That's why she's good at dancing and dealing with people, and she's got an eye for details, and she's decently good at math, so she can work with money. All of those things. Also, she can shake her ass like nobody fucking business. She got all those skills at The Lips, but The Lips, being a tavern, saloon, entertainment house kind of place, sometimes attracts
the worst
undesirables. Yeah. And some undesirables happened to show up one day and attempted to rob the place. And Torque got shot point blank with a crossbow. And that's where the scar that's on her chest and back came from. And according to Torque, that was she was basically dead for
Right back.
a couple of minutes, and then she came back, and after that, that's why she's been sensitive to spirits ever since. It's because she spent a couple of minutes kind of knee deep in the river of souls.
Damn.
But yeah, so after that, she got like growly,
She got better.
with some people. Well, I mean, yeah, she did recover physically, but she also then got very outspoken against certain people in town, and this caused friction, and words were said back and forth, and it really just became the best option for her to do was to just to leave.
Go.
So she borrowed a pony, which she named Marigold, and then she like left. So she hasn't been back since. Well, now she's back. So she's obviously, her first thing is to catch up with her parents. Like, hey, what's been going on in the past couple of years? How are you doing? Blah 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 blah. Is like, is my Aunt Susie still alive? Like that sort of like stuff. And otherwise, her parents invite the party into their home. They show y'all where they've got spare rooms, which are, especially compared to other inn rooms that you guys have been in, are very high quality, and let you know, like, hey, we do breakfast at roughly around this time. This is when we do dinner. Anything in between that, it's up to you, to like handle food and whatnot. But otherwise, our house is your house. Feel free, feel welcome.
It's Sukasa.
Yeah. So the party takes a little bit of time to settle in, and while you guys are settling in, one of the gauchos, an orc guy, he's probably in his like late 20s maybe. He comes by where you guys are setting up, and he kind of like knocks on one of the doors and looks in on you guys. He's like, hey, which one of you folks is the one that drives the big flying boat?
Callie steps forward and he's like, that would be me, sir. Why do you...
Hey.
Hmm?
Well, I wanted to ask you a question. You see, a couple of days ago, we had a hole in the fence, and some of the trihorns that we were holding in the pen before springtime release, as well as a couple of the mounts, kind of got out, and we've rounded up most of them, but we've had a few that we just haven't been able to pincer down and like get a lasso on to get them back home. And I was talking with the fellas, and it occurred to me, like, if you guys could simply fly up in your boat up above the area, you could help direct us to where they're at, and that way we could finally pin down these last little couple of wayward animals that we're trying to get back into the pen. I mean, if it's not too much to ask, really all we would just need you to do is float up a little bit above us to get sort of a bird's eye view.
Well, Callie like thinks about it. Is like, well, I don't see why I can't. I can help.
Yeah, that would be a great help. It's still early, and because it's still a little cold, the animals aren't going to be moving much. So wherever they're at, they're going to be nestled down. But if we wait till about midday, a few hours from now, it'll be warm enough that they'll be foraging around for food. So they should be easy to spot. And then I guess what we'll do is we could take like a shirt or a scarf or something, something colorful that you can wave from up on the boat that we can see, and then you can point us in the direction so that we can get around and rustle up these animals.
Yeah.
So really no big ask on you guys. I really would just need you to sit up high and keep an eye out so you can point us. We'll do all of the other stuff. But if you're cool with doing that, then once we get these animals back in the corral and tidied up, we've already got the whole patch, so we ain't got to worry about that anymore. But once we get them all curried up, how about we take you guys into town and give you a little tour?
I don't see why not.
Tim nods. Like, are you gonna need me up on the ship with you, Callie?
I could use somebody to spot for me in case I don't see, but other than that,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
think I need anybody else. Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll run secondary eyes just in case.
And Torque says that she will ride with everybody else, with the crew to, handle communication back and forth. So she'll get on a horse, and she makes a noise like just the most girlish squeal when her dad tells her that she can take Nightmare out, ride his horse.
Oh, getting to ride Dad's horse, that's got to be awesome.
Yeah, and it's not like she's never ridden her dad's horse before. It's just like this is the first time she's gotten to take Nightmare out by herself.
Yeah.
So
That's nice.
towards the middle of the day, I'm gonna need
Me
Callie
to craft check.
and Tim. I need Callie to make a craft check. The DC for the piloting is going to be a DC 28.
There we go.
Bam. All right. Okay.
Right.
So Callie takes the angler up and gets it set into hover mode over here near the edge of the forest where the gauchos lead you off to. And you get up into the air, and since Callie is handling piloting, I'm going to need Tim and Mr. Servos and whatnot and anybody else who wants to help with this, to make perception checks. And I'm going to open up.
Perception
Oh,
check.
damn! Dr. Trevor's be seeing some shit.
Yeah, I
Damn.
I rolled a 10.
That's better than the 3
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
that Tim rolled. He rolled a 3, got a 20.
Yeah. I get plus 17 to perception. Tim can see shit sometimes.
When he's paying
Sometimes.
attention, bro.
Okay, and
He's
then
enjoying the scenery. He's like, wow, this is so pretty.
Yeah,
Kelly
the
like throws a
scenery,
wrench at the back of his
shit.
head. Look for the animals. Oh, sorry.
The scenery, air quotes, more like he's staring deeply and thoughtfully into Gloria's eyes, bro.
Alright, do it
Yeah.
again. It's hilarious.
Damn.
So whatever I get, I get. Alright, yeah, she ain't seeing shit.
Damn, bro.
Let's see here, and just for shits and giggles,
Hey, the Cali
Hey,
team
Rudy.
is holding it down.
Yeah?
Rusi's got eyes on him. Like Rusi
Oh, yeah.
and Dr. Trimmers are like, "Ayo, there."
Oh, we see him.
He sees him.
He's on Rishi's shoulder, just like pointing.
And add 2 to this. Okay.
I think that 2's gonna help.
Yeah, that 2's not gonna help.
Me and Gloria are a little distracted.
Yeah, with each other. It's
It's like, I'm trying to see. I love you, baby. I can't. Oh, man, we miss. Oh, I love you. It's in Jotun every fucking 5 seconds.
They're there.
Callie
They're
sits back,
physically
he's like,
there.
Am I gonna need a separate
Oh,
No.
Oh, hey, look.
we were
It's the
separate
J
for
Mall.
2 months. I missed her.
You guys just doing PDA? Like.
Hey, Jay.
In public, Tim is incredibly. Tim is like the most sickly sweet like lover in the world where he's just like, I love you, just like any like in the nicest way possible. It's just like consistently, just I love you.
I mean,
Okay,
he is a
well,
robot. I don't think that shit was programmed in him.
there are a lot of opportunities for the party to like pass this, and like the DC was literally like a 28, and everybody managed to fail except for Dr. Tremors and Rusi.
The Cali crew.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Dr. Tremors is just like, you know, on Callie's shoulder, and then like hops over onto Gloria, and then like hops over onto the railing of the angler. There next to Rusi, and like just as Rusi is like pointing his finger, and he's like, "Hey, yo, over there!" Like Dr. Tremors points his little tail finger, and he's like, "Fuck!" And points down, and there are a couple of Trihorns. One of them is clearly an adult. The other one is clearly not an adult. That are, you know, kind of taking shelter at the edge of the woods in a way where they would kind of blend in. And the gauchos spread out and go wide around animals to slowly like get them out of the tree line until finally one of the gauchos and Torque come riding in on horses, and they make like lasso checks to like lasso these dang Trihorns. So let me roll for the lassoed. Well, it's actually a save. The Trihorns make a save versus the lasso. Okay, so yeah, the adult puts up a struggle, but the juvenile is lassoed up and good. But yes, this does not take very long. This is only literally takes the party about an hour and a half to get over into that area, finally find a bead on these animals as the animals are like, you know, broadcasting signals to the gauchos in order to like get this done. But they end up ultimately taking in 3 different Trihorns, which had gotten loose, as well as a big ass pig that is almost the size of the Trihorn. And this boar has the boar has tack on it too. So like this is a mount that belongs to somebody. But yeah, the boar is finally like the boar is like angry about it, but like once somebody actually jumps onto the boar and like grabs the reins, it calms down. It's like, okay, back to job, I guess.
They caught me. God damn it. No more freedom for me.
Dang it.
Guys.
No more freedom.
Dang it, not again. Oh well. Anyways, but yeah, so they ride these animals back over to the ranch house and bring them in. And as you guys are coming down, settling the back at the parking over here, I do want everybody to make a perception check.
Another one. Oh damn.
Yeah, this one though is a much.
damn
This
it.
one's a much lower. This one's a much lower one.
Perception.
Open,
Oh,
you son of a bitch.
That's a 2, bro. Dr. Tremors once again proving he is
That's a little
seeing
better.
things.
There you
guys
go.
are failing me. Except
After-
Dr. Tremors. He's the only one seeing things, bro. I'm so glad he's here.
Yeah,
The
Dr.
animal
Shivers is locked the
intelligence.
fucking in.
Yeah, Dr. Tremors is on it. Oh wait, hold on. I don't even have brick out. Hold on. Sorry.
I mean, you can give yourself an additional spot check.
I will. Perception. Brick did better than I did. Good boy. That's a good boy.
I'm going to say that Rusi doesn't. I'm going to say that Rusi doesn't bother making this perception check because Rusi wouldn't even. Rusi would have no way of knowing that. Wouldn't even have known to look for it. But Torque would, and so would Gloria. Gloria would also notice this. Gloria would be the other character to be aware enough of things in this area
Come
to
on.
understand.
Come on. That's my baby.
Okay, the actual DC here for this though was a 23. Okay,
Let's go.
alrighty. Okay, so the robot doesn't spot.
No, and I don't
But
either.
but everybody else does. Okay.
I don't. I got a 2.
Okay. Callie and the robot, who, probably also wouldn't be the one Callie would also probably not even realize
It would be driving.
this would be something to look for. Yeah, so like Callie is like parking the boat and everything. And as people are like beginning to disembark, there is the first thing that you notice is there is like a buzzing noise when you get back over at the ranch, like an insectile buzzing noise. And there you see the hobgoblin Gaucho that was out there before is over by the fence, and he has like his big straw hat like in his hand, and he's like swatting at the fence. And when he swats particularly hard, you see a bug like fly up off of the fence. Which the thing that pings for everybody as being like unusual here is that this bug does not look normal. I mean, it looks like a bug. So, like it's a brown and it's like a doo-doo brown and puke yellow malted like color for its carapace. It is a segmented long insect. It has 4 wings like a dragonfly, but it's only got 4 legs, and it has a very long double stinger or something that comes out of the end of its like thorax, and its front end is just doesn't look right. But like it buzzes around, and then like another one of them like buzzes nearby, and you see the hobgoblin guy grab a hammer like from out of like one of the work packs, and when the bug like lands on the fence and like presses its face up against the wood of the fence, he wheels back with the hammer and he just slams that right into the bug, and it explodes. At which point the other one like fucking takes off. But like these bugs are as long as like say Tim's hand, like fully extended from like this to the point of his
No wonder
his
Dr.
fingers.
Tremor saw them. He's probably afraid that they're gonna pick him up and fly away with him.
I mean, it would honestly, a dozen of these things almost could. A dozen of them working together could take Dr. Tremors and just fucking fly away with them. But yeah, there is a bug, multiple bugs that are munching on the wood over there. But when the other animals get brought in, the one that didn't get like splattered, who is evading the hobgoblin, it lands on the back of one of the trihorn and like shoves its face into the trihorn's fur. You guys see the trihorn like jolt, like I've been bit.
Can I go to like smack it? Can I go to?
Yes, you can. You can totally go ahead and try to smack the bug off of this trihorn that's about to start bucking.
About to fist.
Robo fist.
Smack it.
You hear the hobgoblin guy go, catch it, grab it with your hand.
Tim's gonna go to like grapple it.
Oh gosh.
Or-
All right.
Grapple's a
Well,
heavy
that-
word,
that
but
is
he's
a-
gonna like.
Yeah. All right. Well, give you know what? This thing. What is Tim's athletics DC? Because this is
24.
squirmy, but it's not that squirmy. 24. All right, it theoretically could get out of there. It could theoretically do it.
Freaking
Ooh, it comes close. It's like one off.
God,
It's
this
like
thing
one
is
off.
strong. What the?
Yeah, it is flapping like
Just
mad, and then it bends around in a very unbug manner, and unhinges the front of its face. Like literally the part that you were looking at that you were like, that's clearly its eyes and those are its mandibles. No, the whole thing is a mouth. The whole thing is a mouth. Which it opens up and just like crunches down on like Tim's like, metal knuckles. And if Tim was made out of flesh, that would have hurt like a motherfucker.
Tim reacts like his brain goes pain, and then he's like, wait,
I'm
and then
made
it's
out of
like,
metal.
son of a.
I'm made out of metal.
No, I'm fine. It's just a stupid thing. This thing is. What are these things, Haas?
Some kind of bug, man. They showed up a couple of weeks ago. Just slam it up against the wall. Slam it up against the wall a couple times until it quits moving.
Tim like just claps his hands as hard as he can. Just fucking.
I do have to ask.
It does not take much. It only takes like 2 claps. The thing just quits moving, and is a broken piece of stuff in it. But the hobgoblin, he runs up with the other one that he pierced with the back of the claw hammer. But he runs up with that one and he holds out his hand with the one that he's holding to Tim, like, hey, like, give me that. He's like, thanks, man. I don't know what these things are or where they come from, but
I have a question.
They are tasty. Yeah.
You said these bugs appeared 2 weeks ago, right? Did anything else weird happen 2 weeks ago of significance that you know of?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Well, it's been like 3 weeks since we had our last like really good snow. We're still getting some frost, but like it's been like 3 weeks since we've had snow.
Are these bugs?
Oh, there was a storm though. No, I've never seen it before. Yeah, but about 2 weeks, I would say roughly about 2 weeks. There was a storm. Came out across the plateau and tumbled down the hills towards us. It wasn't like an unusual storm or anything. It was a couple of snow flurries. There's some thunder and lightning, but that did happen about 2 weeks ago, right before we saw the first of these. Like, I don't know what they are. They're clearly not.
Can I do a knowledge check
they're not
on
grasshoppers.
Can I do a knowledge check?
Yes, you can.
Or do I need to
You
roll
can.
nature?
Or... Sure. Let's start with the knowledge nature. Let's start there. Okay. That is telling you knowledge nature is not the proper skill. As a matter of fact, this thing doesn't look like this thing does not look like it is native.
Yeah,
not just not to this region, but not to this world.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
So,
was that Arcana
so
or something?
if you would like, no, you're going to need religion. You're going to need religion for this whole.
Religion. Alrighty. Okay. Religion. I'm gonna use.
Can I'm gonna religion use and lore check?
I'm gonna use my cognitive crossover.
Yes.
I'm gonna use occultism. Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I think I knows it.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna have. Thank you, Torque. Thank you for not rolling anything higher than 4.
We did get the curse off of Torque, right?
Yes.
We did
Yeah,
do that.
Yes,
we
did.
We did do that. We did do that. She's just rolling like shit.
Poor thing.
Okay.
If
Anyways,
we didn't get the
yeah,
curse off her, now she'd be dead. Or I think
Yeah,
it's extra.
like Torque is at the moment not too far away, but she's busy like like just rubbing up and down on the horse and being like, oh, you're such a good pony.
Who's a good nightmare? Who's a good nightmare? Who's a good
And like
nightmare?
this is and this horse, by the way, is absolutely enormous. And, Torque
Whoa.
is a petite woman. She looks like a child on top of this horse. That is how big this horse is.
Is it a Clydesdale?
Yeah, it's like a Clydesdale, and it is like
Oh, that's so cool.
it is a muscular Clydesdale.
Sick.
It's in all black, and that is why it is nightmare. Although it's not a mare, it is fully a stallion. But yeah, she is absolutely babying and not really paying any attention to these fucking bugs. She does not give a shit about these damn bugs. Okay, but Callie, with Callie's occultism crossover and with Laria's like, I know stuff about off-world religion stuff. You guys can put together that this thing is an animal. Okay, so it is an animal, but it is an animal that comes from the rifts, as opposed to the universe. Like, it comes from a different reality, which is known as the rifts, the outer rifts, which is a part of reality that is known for its extremely strong connection to chaos and also evil.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Calm down,
Get down,
Ketsu.
Shadow,
Bad boy.
Shadow.
Calm down, Ketsu.
It's
I will
chaos.
spread chaos far and wide.
Hell yeah.
Right,
the riff.
But yeah, these things are from the rifts. They are known by some creatures to be called vescivores, and as individual little like animals, insects, they're not terribly like hard to deal with individually, but they do have a similar trait to locusts in that they swarm. And when they swarm, we're talking blots out the sun kind of swarms.
God.
Ooh, that's what I thought.
And so, yeah, these things are, and they're ravenous. Their strange anatomy basically allows them to consume and process almost anything that is even vaguely organic. They don't like metal. They don't like stone. Those are the two things that they absolutely refuse to eat. Everything else is basically free game. So
they
you know,
just,
like
they
it's not
just
like it wouldn't.
eat.
They consume.
They're like
Yeah.
they're like Tyranids from
Like-
40K.
They are in fact a lot like Tyranids. The other thing that you would know with those checks is that these things are a pest vermin creature from
Yeah.
the outer rifts. In and of themselves, other than the fact that they have the ability to consume practically any sort of like organic matter, whether it's dead or alive, hard or soft or anything like that. These things also make a weird droning noise, especially when they gather together in groups, and it becomes very loud. And if it gets loud enough, it can scramble brain patterns in regular people. So like it can cause people to go mad.
Buzz you stupid.
Yeah, they can buzz you stupid if there's enough. Specifically, it causes the stupefied effect, is what it does. And it is auditory, so it is a sound based. But it's only if they get too big enough of a swarm that actually becomes a thing. An individual, 2 or 3 of these things, like, it's annoying. But it's not a pleasant sound by any sort of means. But it's not going to bother you, in a mechanical sense. But if they get enough of them together and it gets loud enough, that is an ability that they have, the ability to just cause an aura of a maddening effect from the sound that they make.
What are these called again?
They're called vescivores. Vescavor. Vescavor.
Oh, this is not a good omen.
Mm.
Callie
Does that
says that
mean,
out
like,
loud.
there's a nest
Yeah.
nearby?
Well, they're not from this world, so there probably isn't.
Yeah, they're coming from
nest.
somewhere, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true.
From this
And
world,
they
so
are
there's probably
otherwise
something
very
worse that-
insect-like.
Hmm.
So yeah, they do form nests, they do form swarms, and they are eusocial, so they have a queen.
Hmm.
We gotta go kill a queen.
They do have a queen. So Yeah,
Register.
and the idea there is that if a queen shows you're in trouble, because they are big, they are mean, and they can produce these guys by the trillions. So
Oh yeah,
God,
so they're probably not a
that's a,
queen, because I feel like everything would be already gone if that existed.
Yeah.
yeah, like a full on matriarch who's just there producing.
I was gonna
Uh,
say is it possible for them to function without a queen?
yes, they can function without a queen.
Mhm.
Uh, each one basically becomes an individual, but each one has like about as much brain matter as there is in your like uh eyelashes. So it's not
So
like
they're
they can
like
do
bees.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
Oh, more
bees.
like ants.
But their queen
Uh,
dies, they're not very helpful.
Well,
They,
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
and,
because of
most
their
bees
queen, they
have
feel
a
more like
hive
ants.
without like
well, no,
queens in them.
no, they're not like ants, Jay. Because with ants, if the queen dies, all the worker ants die because they can't think for themselves.
but
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're more like
but they
bees.
do have well they actually specifically they do have an ability similar to bees with royal jelly where one of them can go through the process of transforming into a new queen. If enough of them get together and there isn't a queen, then they can do that process. It still requires a good chunk of these guys for that to happen, but otherwise though they don't share food. They don't, as far as anybody knows, they're not like bees who would go back to a nest and be like shake their ass in a specific way to be like, hey, there's food over in this direction. Uh, like they don't do that. So as far as
So
that part is concerned,
Um,
there is
could
that
I-
sort of aspect of it.
sorry, could I just do like a track check? Like I'm not gonna full like track them down, but could I just do like a track check to see if I can get a general direction from where like a clump of them are coming from?
I would say that there is enough damage, like small incidental little like pits and things, as well as personal experience from the people here on the ranch, that yes, you could get kind of a sort of direction on the map where they're most likely coming.
Okay, survival.
Yes, please make a survival. Let's set the DC 29.
Oh damn, bro.
I'm going to. I have 2 hero points. I'm gonna spend
You also
one just to
Okay.
see if I can.
get a hero
Also
point
what?
for the. You also get a hero point as well. If you...
Yeah.
Yeah, and do remember you do get a hero point.
Come on.
Yes, exactly. that picture is exactly Torque next to Nightmare.
Can I give him a bonus by helping him out with that 26, sorry?
Yes, yes you can. Can anybody else help?
Anybody else trained in survival? Maybe the
I
dog.
I don't think I am, but I'll check. Oh, I am trained in
I have-
survival.
It's like I have a feat that is trained in survival, but that's more if we get into combat. So no, I can't help you there.
I had to refresh.
Rusi helping out here.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
Rusi,
still low.
Rusi almost
Damn.
beat. Oh, Rusi is so close.
No,
Boss, that won't help him
isn't it?
try.
Didn't he, oh yeah, it's a 29.
It's 29.
And Rusi even gets a bonus to survival when it comes to determining direction and stuff like that in aquatic situations.
Ah.
This is not aquatic.
Oh.
100% not aquatic.
This is very much not aquatic. Okay, so if we take Rusi's 28 as the base, and then have Tim with his
Helping
26
Rusi.
assisting Rusi, then between the two of you, so basically the party spreads out, starts looking for evidence of like bite marks and everything that comes from these viscivores, and you talk to the range hands and the gauchos, and you get this vague idea, and it's not really a surprise, but they are coming, and I'll point on the map here. They are coming from, where's my ruler? There we go. From here, they are coming from this direction.
The ruins. Who'd have guessed?
I kind
Hold
of
it.
figured. I kind of figured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
they're
coming
not of
from
this
generally
world.
that direction.
Those ruins are being a little
Ruiny.
scrambly. So.
A little ruiny, a little ruiny.
God damn it, Cthulhu! Get your cockroaches out of our building.
I mean,
They're not in
these
our
are these
building.
are Cthulhu cockroaches.
Cthulhu roaches.
But the other thing that you guys would know, these things they're so prevalent and so much of like a vermin thing that if you open up a gate to the outer rifts, whether it's a gate that you open intentionally or something that happens accidentally, one or two of these things coming through the gate is normal. But the fact that there's enough of them that they've caused, damage around here to the point that they may even be the reason the fence broke in the first place and those animals got out. Yeah, like there's probably more of these than you would want. But they've definitely come out of some sort of opening between realms, which now, since that's been pointed out, this would be a good time, as like the gouches are otherwise like, okay, well, we've got the animals, we've taken out these couple of bugs, let's take you guys in town and go over, like what's here in Whitren and whatnot, and maybe like some people want to buy shit from here. But this is also a good point, though, for Torque to let you guys know what she does know about the ruins. The ruins up in the woods, which are on a plateau, it's called the Larchlands. They are 3 days, like 3.5 days. If you were to like get on a horse and ride out there, it's like 3.5 days away. If you get on your flying boat, you can make it in like a day. But it is very high up into the up on the ridge and then onto the plateau before you get to the mountains, which you guys can see the mountains in the distance. And we are talking like the Himalayas, kind of like mountains is what you're looking at. Like these things are a wall that climb all the way to the fucking roof of the world. That is the Dorsal Mountains, which Gloria walked through there. Like Gloria just physically walked through the mountains to get eventually to where you guys met her.
I'm so impressed by you, baby.
But yeah, she walked through there, and she can tell you that like it's fucking lonely and empty up there. Beautiful, if you're into like stark openness, that a windswept crags and like twisting ice and stone, and the occasional like mountain goat or whatever, which she digs. But like if you're not into that, it's kind of horrendous. Anyway, according to Torque, but 3 days ride is where you will find a squat stone bunker. This is the ruins, and this bunker was, as far as she is aware, built by dwarves, primarily because it looks like it was built by dwarves, and secondly because literally is the symbol of the Mi'kmarches, which are the dwarves that live on the other side of the mountains. Well, at some point, many, many, many years ago, like roughly about a century or so, they showed up out on the plateau and they built up a fort, and they were there for some amount of time, and that was when the orcs in the area noticed them, and then they went up. Well, they noticed that they were there, and they're like, "Oh shit, we've got dwarves, and they've built a bunker." So they came back to gather a bunch of other dudes, and they had a big posse out to where the dwarves were at. But when they got there, there were no dwarves. The dwarves were gone. The buildings were there, and the buildings were still in perfectly good repair, but like there were no dwarves, there were no beasts of burden, there was nobody else there. All of the like dwarven like weapons and armor and that sort of stuff gone, but all of their food and all of their other supplies was still just sitting there inside of the bunker, untouched.
What are we doing?
They did find a door on the underground, but they couldn't open it, and it started to feel like really extra creepy in there. So eventually they all just decided like, well, there's no dwarves here. Good. and just left. So,
Voices?
Wait, where are we? Where are we?
ever
going?
since then,
Where are we?
you guys are on your way into town, and Torque is
Okay.
telling you about what she knows about the
okay.
ruins.
Oh, okay.
So this is stuff that she learned when she was a kid. That there is a bunker out there. It was run by dwarves. Some gauchos went out there to like check it out because they noticed the dwarves. But when they got there with a larger posse, some days later, all the dwarves were gone. There was no sign of violence or anything like that, and all of the dwarves' like primary equipment was also gone with the dwarves, but all of their stuff, like all of the food and everything to run a garrison, like an armed garrison, like all of that shit was just sitting there abandoned. And they did some exploration, and they found in the lower levels, they found a door that they couldn't open, and they decided ultimately it wasn't worth it because everybody started feeling like really creepy, and so they just booked out. And ever since then, it's just been kind of a local legend that it gets told to kids of like, hey, there's an abandoned fort up there on the hills, and it's full of ghosts, and if you go up there, you'll fucking disappear. And there's been some other weird things that have come from that area that keep the legend alive. And that's why they started calling it the Wild Rifts, is because shit like those bugs occasionally will pop out from that area. They're usually there and then gone again. So like, it's not a problem, but it's kind of always there. But yeah, so there's a bunch of local legends, most of which she's pretty certain bullshit, just stuff that was like cooked up. But there are a few things that she does know that happened for a fact, and one that she can confirm from her own past was when she was out with her dad and some of the other gauchos when she was about like 10 or 11 years old, so roughly a decade ago. They were moving part of the herd through the Larchlands, and they got relatively vaguely nearish where the bunker is. They spotted what looked like a trihorn that had gotten separated from the herd. And her dad was like, something ain't right about that, and sent some of the gauchos over to like check on it, but told Torque that she had to stay behind. And then when other gauchos did return, they told her that it wasn't a trihorn, but they never ever told her what it was. And then all of them were like violently sick the next day, like puking and shitting themselves. They got better. They got better.
They got better. That's good.
Yeah, they got better. Like none of them died, but like it was notable that every single one that went to go check on that thing was violently ill the next day. And that was a thing that just stuck with her. Like, that was probably something creepy. I probably don't want to know what the fuck that was. But yeah, that's what she knows. So, yeah, that is the ruins out in the woods, far away. But as the gauchos promised, though, they do take you guys into town to give you a show around. So if you're looking here at the map, there is a couple of districts. They've got the old district, which is basically the origin point of the town, essentially. There is the Dragonwood Forge area. That's where they've got a lot of the blacksmithing, leatherworking, like all of the stuff that's associated with like the side process of dealing with all the trihorns and everything. That's where that mostly takes place. Then they've got the Clay Garden, which is the area where they handle all of like the apples, orchards and stuff. That's also where their booze are located at. There's a booze that gets made there and then gets served at the Lips Club. The Lips Club is like I said, it is a business that is run by Torque's mom. It is a saloon, and they serve up like tasty drinks and have, are well known for having a very attractive, and stuff like that. And then Bright Walk is sort of like the newest part of part of the town. It is mostly humans, actually, on that particular side, and it's mostly residential with like some like small businesses here and there. It's kind of a mix of stuff that has to do with the herds and stuff that has to do with the other agriculture. So that's generally the vague breakdown of things. They have a big open market in the middle of town. Every day around midday, they open up the market for a couple of hours, and people come by and sell stuff. It's a bidding sort of situation. They have like an auction, all that sort of jazz. So that's how that is otherwise set up. And then usually after that, everybody goes over to the Lips and drinks about it, and other deals are made, aftermarket. So that is the very basics of what is going on.
I see.
Who done write it on that? Who done write it on my map?
Who would do that?
Who would do that?
It's town.
Who would do
that? Anyway, no.
Anyway,
not Danger the person. Tim, Tim the in-game character.
Yeah. He'd write on
Tim
the map.
is the one doing it.
Let's go in the market.
Tim just...
Yeah, I'm down to go to the market. Is Gloria? I'm assuming Gloria is going to stay on the ship, right? Just kind of hang around outside
Gloria,
of town.
yeah, Gloria is okay to stick around outside of town. She would prefer not to come to town. If you want her to, she will. But she feels more comfortable sticking around on the outside. There's less likelihood of her accidentally breaking something or somebody if she comes into town. Even though there are other trolls that do live here. There are a couple of trolls that live. Gloria would just simply,
so what time is it right now? Like on.
It's roughly midday. The market is open.
All right, let's go to the market. Let's go sell some things. I guess pretend to be
Alrighty.
merchants, while also trying to find out.
Actually, being merchants.
Let us pretend that we're pretending to be merchants. As opposed to just being actually merchant.
Yeah, let's go actually be merchants.
We did it once, we could do it before.
Is it merchant time again?
It's merchant time.
Merchant.
All right.
What
are we selling stuff, or are we trying to get discounts?
Well, that is a question. Are you attempting to earn an income through being a merchant, or are you attempting to buy stuff?
I mean, what could this town possibly sell that Callie would?
Well, that was going to be my question. What level of stuff do they have here?
The vast majority of it falls like sub level 5, but they do have a couple. They do have there is a inventor, like same class as Callie, not as high level as Callie, but there is an inventor here in town who makes bespoke mechanics for the cattle rustlers and stuff like that. They mainly handle farming related.
They sell farming.
They sell farming equipment.
Well, we got that in our town.
Yeah, we got farming.
But
I mean, if we don't have farming equipment, Callie could just make the farming equipment. Why would we buy farming equipment?
That's true.
It'd probably be cheaper for Callie to make the farming equipment.
I mean, true. It could be useful for like Callie and the like local inventor here to like maybe trade notes, so that Callie just gets like the recipes for these items. But they've basically have invented stuff for like helping with the cattle grooming and whatnot. They are legitimately probably a couple of steps away from figuring out how to do a modern slaughterhouse and dairy like situation. Like they're a couple of steps away from how to do that,
like factories and
scale. Yeah, like factory farms. So
okay.
So they are advanced. They are advanced. It's advanced specifically around farming.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe
Hey, I was gonna ask,
Yeah,
are we getting to like do we have tractors?
These people don't have tractors, but like the fact that you do have a bulldozer at home means yes, you do have
Yeah, I
tractors.
got a
We do.
bulldozer. You might as well like make a tractor as well.
Yeah. So, which just so that we're clear, the bulldozer, y'all's bulldozer, is back to Casimir. It is not attached to the flying angle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is not on there.
I mean, it'd be more useful over there anyway. Building stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
around them.
they're using it. They're very much using it.
I will
But
say-
like an actual like tractor, they they've gotten to the point where they have like I don't want it's not really steam powered, but they're like a step or two away from having a steam powered plow. And things like that. So as soon as they can ground with that at a mass scale, they are this place is going to suddenly become like a town. Is essentially what's going to happen probably within the next 5 or 6 years, unless Callie wants to add like kerosene onto that fire by literally telling them how to make kerosene.
Yeah, why not? You know.
Or that to hyperly advance all of your stuff. Goodbye.
Just
Hey.
drops in like an info dump and then leave. Doesn't elaborate.
Yo, this is how you guys have an industrial revolution. Here are the step-by-step processes on how to have industrial revolutions. Okay, bye.
Have fun.
Have
But
fun
yeah,
polluting the
so
air and breathing all that toxic dust.
but yeah, that is where they are as far as like technology is concerned. So any sort of general item that is 5th level or less, you can definitely pick up here for the standard sort of price. If it is above 5th level, ask me. And like I said, if it's anything that's vaguely farm related, it's probably a yes. They do have an inventory that's here. They also do have some magically. They do have a couple of magically capable craftspeople as well. Again, they're not really like on the level of Callie and Alma and stuff like that, but they're not far behind. Again, a couple of years, they will be at that level. So, there's all that. But otherwise, though, if you're going to attempt to earn some income here by being a merchant, then Callie, who is a master craftsman, correct?
Master.
Who also has mercantile, correct?
Yep.
All right. So, Callie, I would like you to make a mercantile check, and
Ooh, that's
Laria
Well,
can't help.
I mean, I'll
Laria-
try.
that's a 4.
Laria can help with that.
Do I want to re-roll that? That's a 4.
Slightly better.
You know what? Yeah, I'll use one of my. I'll use my hero point for the day to re-roll that.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to say that Torque uses her. Is going to use a focus point to let Callie just try that again with fortune.
Okay.
Do it
So,
again.
just roll it
there we
twice,
go.
and we take the
There we
highest of
go.
the two.
There we go. There we go.
Now roll it again,
Okay.
just see if you can get higher.
Yeah, roll again to see if it goes higher than that.
Hey.
Nah, okay.
34 is good.
Yeah.
But still, 34 is the thing. Okay. All right, then. Okay, so 34. 30. DC 34. Here we go. Alrighty. So. Okay. All right, so, Callie, you do your spiel. You know, you get out. You grab one of the little like tables that they've set up in the market, and you slap down some of your things on it, and you immediately begin hawking. That you are the great Callie Fino, founder of the Fino Workshop in Casimir in the Empire, and you came in here on a big flying boat, and you've got all of this like meat to sell, and like cow pokes and like various ranchers and farmers and other guys. You almost immediately have people flocking around the table while you see while Torque is like
Is Tim
standing
with
there
us?
slightly. Yes, Tim is with you.
No, well, I might be there for the beginning, but my plan was while they're doing that, I'm gonna go to the lips and try and get some information. But I'll
Okay.
be there for
Dude, why
the
did I-
beginning section of it.
Dude, I knew
Okay.
you were gonna go to the lips. I just knew it was gonna happen, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
It's where a lot of people gather.
information.
So
Tim's
so
wife is at the truck.
everybody's attention
Mhm.
turns onto Callie as Callie is doing her thing. Which
That
means
is
nobody
like
pays attention
Tim's
to-
cue to leave while everyone's focused on Callie.
Yeah, like Callie is
I mean, I can't
Callie's doing
stop
her
him.
thing, and then Torque is like slightly behind the rest of the party as she's like, twisting the threads of fate to make Callie's like sales pitch even better. Uh, and Tim just like excuses himself to go over to the lips. And you know what? I can actually send Tim by himself to the lips.
There you go.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me send Tim by himself. Let's see
Oh,
here.
Am I about to
She
be in
wanted
this
by
building all by
herself.
myself? Oh wow! I thought this was gonna be an aside. I didn't.
Damn, bro, I
Oh.
can't believe it. He abandoned all of us again to go off and do stuff again.
Yeah,
All right.
like,
All right,
take
Timothy.
that opportunity.
How is this like number 5? He's done this.
Mhm.
All right. All right, Tim. Can you confirm that you do have control of your token?
Sure do.
Bro, I
Okay,
can't even see
cool. All right. Well, Tim, when you get there, just so that you know, there are several people who are already there. Tavern. There is a guy on the piano who is playing music, and there is he's an orc. Again, also an orc lady on stage who is currently doing like a little bit of burlesque going on. There's a couple of humans sitting here at this table, and then you've got a combination of humans and orcs that are sitting at the main bar. There is a dark-skinned, like a dark gray colored orc woman who is behind the bar, who is serving drinks. That's your bartender. You see Lihu, Torque's mom. She is coming from like around the corner over here, like as you're coming in. She's like coming from around the corner. She says, something quietly to the bartender, and then she goes through, door into like the back room here. So you do see her briefly like walk in. But yeah, that's what's going on. Is folks are just here and having a beer and all that sort of thing at the bar, like people who are at the bar. This guy, he's a orc that looks a little rough around the edges, but like he's dressed like a cowpoke. This human guy here, he is also dressed as a cowpoke. This guy is just an older orc man who probably was a cowpoke in the past at some point, but now he's just an old guy. This dude, however, though, does look significantly different. He is wearing an armored coat, and he's currently leaning against the bar, making eyes at the bartender lady. And he's got like one leg up on the kickstand there at the bar, and he's got his coat like pulled back. And Tim can very, very easily register that he's got a dual set of chrome pistols in holsters on his hip.
He's got the big iron on his head, bro. Got two
Yeah, he
arms.
does. He does have. He's got two big irons on his
Yeah,
hip.
you got two of them.
He's got two big irons on his hip. And actually, Tim, go ahead and do make a perception.
Alrighty. Can I also have brick real quick?
I mean, yeah, sure. There, brick.
Thank you.
Brick has been summoned.
Bam. Okay, so with your perception check, you do see that like not only is this guy wearing the big iron, but he also has a badge pinned to his coat. Tim doesn't know Orcish, right?
He does actually.
Oh, he does know Orcish. Okay, well then you can see that this guy has a badge that's attached to his coat that says that he is a member of the sheriffs.
Ah. Ooh. Okay. I might need to squeeze right here.
Yeah. So there's a sheriff at the bar who's, like bacon eyes and chatting up the bartender lady. There's a couple other people sitting there at the bar. You got a person doing a performance, and you got some other people just, sitting around drinking. One guy's on the piano providing music. Yada yada yada.
Okay.
So, with that being the case, what does Tim want to do since Tim's here?
Okay. So my hope was that I could get in and ask some of the like gruffer, more lived individuals what they kind of know about the ruins, seeing as they've been here for like the longest time, both the ruins and these older folks. And anybody who is currently like in the like military or local police force, if they've seen any like creatures that look odd, specifically like maybe there's a bear that they saw that was like too big or had horns growing out of it, kind of thing.
Yeah, you might want to
okay.
add the whole something happening like 2 weeks ago kind of thing as well, right?
Yeah, it's like
Then-
how much the increase of like how much crazy things have happened since the storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Idle in there.
Question.
Yeah.
Danger. Can you see the name tag? This guy.
I cannot see the name tag of this guy. I can't see the name tags on anybody
Okay.
except myself.
My name is Timothy. I know that.
I am Tim. That is what I know. This is great.
It's,
I know
it's
that
like
too.
being in an RPG and you could look up and you see your name on like name tag above your head, but you don't
Yep.
see anybody else's.
It's like I know me. I know no one else though.
Okay. Hold on. What if I do? What if I do this?
There's also this group that I'm interested in. Sheriff Bo something. Sheriff Boken. Oh, like Boken.
Sheriff- Yeah, Sheriff Bogan.
Sheriff Bo something something. It's probably a good
Bo
thing.
bo bo
Alright.
bo bo bo.
It's probably a good thing
Okay,
you don't have Callie there. She'd probably call him like Sheriff Bogart or some shit. Like fucking pronounce his
Maxine.
name wrong on purpose or something.
All right. Yeah,
Sheriff
let me.
Billy Bob Johnson. Sheriff Bojangles.
Bojangles. Yeah.
Sheriff Bojangles.
Leuthal.
Okay. All right. Can you see her?
Yep. Oh, I can see her name tag, not her.
Okay.
No, I see her.
All right. Yeah.
Where's she going?
It's Tor's mom.
Hey. What's up, lady?
Hey. Anyways,
Hi.
she's in the back. But yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, yeah. So you saddle up to the bar. Like I said, you've got an older gentleman here. You've got the younger, probably early 30s, sheriff who is a, fairly well dressed to do. He is fully armed. It should be pointed out that casually everyone else is,
Gotcha.
so like
All a
there isn't
little
anybody.
strap.
Yeah, everybody's got like at least a knife
mean,
on him, kind of like thing.
Makes sense.
Bro, you
But,
walk
like-
to the bar, so yeah. Makes
But
sense.
you and this guy here, you are the most obviously like strapped.
The robot
going
man.
on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
hiding
yeah,
very well.
He go in there, clank, 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 walking his
King,
fat
king,
feet.
king, king.
Which this does bring up the question: is Tim currently using the masquerades.
Oh yeah. I mean,
We did make kind of a gag about it when you weren't here last session about you
I mean,
being
yeah.
there in it, but we were just kind of making a goof. But so my question is that when you walk in here to ask,
I mean,
are you walking in as Tim, or are you walking in as generic background
Private-
orc?
Yeah.
Mr.
What
Orc number
was
32?
was the reactions towards Tim's, because Tim's robot body, he walked around in robot body like around town. Was the reaction to him kind of the same as everywhere else, where they were like, "Wow, that's a robot, wild," or was anybody like, "What the hell
Oh
is
damn,
this
it's a
clanker doing
robot.
here?"
Yeah, fuck that robot.
What the?
What the fuck you think you're
the
doing
on-
here? We don't serve your
The
kind.
the only person who has given Tim a like an eyebrow in that sort of like way was a single much older human guy.
Makes sense.
Who obviously he is Imperial. He would have been old enough to have served in the military, you know,
Fought the
all of
robots.
that sort of stuff. Most of the orcs here, they were not part of the military, and the few didn't, you know, barely would have been there when the automatons got deployed in mass. So yeah, most of these people have been like, oh, you're just some skinny dude in like full plate mail. Weird. Why are you wearing clothes outside of your armor? Strange, man.
Why are you naked?
Like Torque's dad knows, you know, what you are, but you're literally the first automaton met or talked to. And he didn't have a problem, you know, with that, but he knew what you were because he had been debriefed on it back when he was part of the military, that you guys were just being invented at that time period.
Yeah.
And his wife, Lihu, has heard of automatons from other humans, but she also has never seen one in person before. So you can effectively assume that outside of maybe that one old guy, you are the first automaton that any of these people have ever met or laid eyes on.
I think I will stay in automaton form then, because that might, you know, a polite automaton might make them be like, "Oh, robots can't lie."
Yeah.
They're not programmed to lie.
Program, I can't do that.
Right.
They can't really do
Well,
that.
you walk past, you know, the other people in the bar react to you like you're just a person. Obviously not somebody that they know, but like you're just a person. And you belly up to the bar there. And the orc bartender looks over at you and like she kind of leans over and she says, like she opens her mouth and like you can tell that she thinks about it for a split second, and then she says in Orcish, "Can I get you something to drink?"
Tim will respond in Orcish, "Yes, please. The strongest thing that you have."
You kind of skinny. You sure about that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right then.
As
So
long as he doesn't feed it to the dog, he should be fine.
Funny thing is, Tim's about to just pitch that shit into Brick's mouth.
Oh, don't. No, you know what'd be even funnier? He pulls out like a dog bowl with Brick's name on it, and he just starts pouring all the alcohol into the bowl. He's like, "Here you go, boy, drink up." Be the most bizarre thing all these people have seen in a while.
Because
beer for my horses and all that. Okay, well, the bartender, she leans across the bar a little bit and like, you know, puts out her hand to knuckle bump, and she says, "Name's Maxanne. If you're still awake after you get that drink down, let me know and I can tap you back up." And then she turns around and like starts going through glasses and bottles.
Appreciate it.
The older orc guy there at the bar kind of turns and looks you up and down, and he says, "What are I'm sorry. And he's speaking in Orcish. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. But what the hell are you?
You know, I always like when people start with that question. A lot of people get upset about it, but I like it. I'm an automaton. You know, I come from the Empire, visiting up here with the folk. Um,
Oh,
just figured I'd pop by.
oh, so you were with that flying house thing that came.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Oh, well, that's unusual. And you said over there with the folks.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, maybe tomorrow I might come over there and take a gander at your flying house thing. I ain't seen nothing like it before, and I thought when I saw the engines that they built in those big lines for, those were the biggest, thing that I ever seen that moved. But that one just rolls on the ground, makes a hell of a lot of noise. I seem to recall that when you guys floated up, there was hardly any noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quiet as a shepherd mouse.
I'd really like to see that up close. I think that'd be cool. Something I
Yeah.
could, something I could tell the grandkids about.
You seem like the type to enjoy stories. So I fibbed a little bit. Well, not really. I said I kind of wanted to check this place out, but really I've been kind of curious about the rumors and the stories I've been hearing about the ruins off in the forest or up and in the mountains.
You mean up in the Larchland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about them? They've been up there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, recently we were just today actually we were helping out the folk wrangle some of them trihorns, and one of their cowpokes was dealing with these massive insects on one of their trihorns, and they saying that just recently, specifically from what I'm hearing and kind of putting together about 2 weeks ago, they kind of are coming this direction or coming this way from that direction, and so I'm curious about if outside of that you may have seen anything strange, kind of from that area, or recently specifically, to that
Oh
degree.
yeah, I've seen strange shit over there.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I let me be honest with you. I don't get out that direction much these days. But back when I was a younger man, I run, with the cattle group. As a matter of fact, I worked for a short period for Falk's father.
Huh.
And
Interesting.
oftentimes we'd end up moving the herds through that area. And now I've been told a lot of stories from other guys, but one thing I saw out there was you see you from Empire. I don't
Yeah.
know if they got them out there talking about big bugs. I've seen some of these big bugs that showed up recently, but the one I saw back then, it wasn't like these. You know what I think they're called scorpions.
Mm.
Like a spider with a tail and like pinchy claws.
Yeah,
You know
I've
what that
seen them
is,
once,
right?
twice.
Okay. I saw one of those, and normally, they're pretty common here in the summertime. But they they don't get no bigger than your toe, really. They hurts like hell when they snap on you, they sting you. But they're a nuisance. This thing was much bigger than that. It was big as a horse. But
Yeah.
it gets worse than that. It wasn't just big. It talked. And that was the worst part. Yeah. And look, none of these little young shits, they ain't gonna know nothing about this. I ain't heard nobody else ever see the dang thing. And maybe I was, drunk at the time. Could have been. It's been years. But it sang like a song with words and everything. Not like a bird singing, but like a person singing.
That's interesting.
Massive singing scorpion out and you're saying this is up in the mountains?
Yeah, up on the plateau. Not the mountains, but like the highlands before it.
The Highlands.
Highlands. Fascinating.
But yeah, that thing, size of a horse, and it sang like a person. It didn't make words that I know. Like I couldn't tell you what it was singing about, but it sounded like words, like you and me talking right now, but singing. And gosh damn it, if it weren't if it didn't have a lovely sing.
And when I assume, I mean, you're still here standing, so I assume and you ran when you saw it, or at the very least, might be underestimating your skills to say you may have killed it, but
oh Lord, no. No, actually, I said a couple of and I tailed it out of there as soon as I was able. But like, it came up. We were bedding down for the night, and me and a couple of the other pokes were bundling together the herd. They were handling things, and I drew the short stick, so I was the one setting up camp, and I'd barely gotten the fire going and was rolling out the bedrolls when this thing just comes trundling out of the darkness and stops right at the edge of the firelight and then starts singing at me. Spooked the horse something fierce. And if it weren't tied down, I wouldn't have been able to get on it and get out of it. That horse had been gone. But came back about an hour later. The other guys didn't see nothing. Fire had gone out. Camp was untouched. Didn't find no tracks or nothing. So, but yeah, I saw that, and I believe it to be a thing. I might have been drunk at the time. I might be misremembering something, but that was as real as you are right here, right now with me.
As he's telling this story, can I do some kind of like perception check to see if any of specifically this guy behind me, but like anybody in kind of the area reacting to him telling the story?
With your general perception, so you don't even check. This guy down here, he doesn't really react to it, or he reacts to it in the like, I've heard this one before. Kind of like
old man talking about
way.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, that old man's telling stories again.
The old man's ass again.
The human guy who's on the other sheriff from you, he does like he puts down his like mug on the bar halfway through this, and he just like leans around the sheriff to like look at the old guy, and he's like, singing Scorpion, what? Wow. He's just got like a look on his face of like, you can't be shitting me, like,
you're kidding me.
What? You're kidding me. The Sheriff is not paying the old man like a lot of attention. He's mostly sitting there very calmly scanning you.
Ah.
Where he's doing the like, I'm sort of passively scanning you to see if you're a threat, kind of thing. Where he's got one hand on his glass, which he's been taking little sips of, but he's just been sort of quiet. And when Max Ann came back over with your drink, which he sits there on the bar in front of you, he does not go back to making eyes and conversating with her, as he's just sort of sitting there like, I'm a guy at the bar, and I am very clearly scoping you and listening in on your conversation. But he's not interrupting her. But he is definitely paying a lot of attention. The other people, like the guy who's on the piano, he's absorbed in what he's doing. The lady who's on the stage probably can't even hear you, and the two people at the table are engaged with each other in quiet conversation. But yeah, that's what's going on around you. No one else. This is super weird or unusual, except for the human guy right there who's just like, old man, what the fuck?
Huh. Tim is gonna take the drink off the table, and he cheers towards the bartender. Thank you very much. And then he just looks at Brick. Brick instinctively opens his mouth, and he just right into Brick's mouth, and then hands the drink back to the table. Thank you.
Why did I think he was gonna do that?
In that moment, he's like, I appreciate you very much, old timer. What's your name?
How long does he take to do all of this, by the way? Am I still out there being like, hey yo, you need this farming equipment. I know you want this farming equipment.
The old man tells you his name's Ralph.
Say one more time.
Ralph.
Gotcha.
Ralph.
Yep. Just plain old Ralph. No apostrophes. No nothing.
Just Ralph. What's up, Ralph?
No
just
last
plain
name,
old
no
Ralph.
nothing, just Ralph.
That's my boy Ralph right there.
That's my
That's
boy.
my boy right there.
That's my
Now,
boy.
before I whip
That's my
around,
homie.
before I whip around to Sheriff Boken, where's the rest of the group at?
Yeah, we still selling
well,
shit, or are we?
Nope. You've made some deals. You've
Okay.
set up to sell. You've set up to sell some stuff. You've gotten a couple of orders. Some of these you're going to have to actually take back to the
Okay. The workshop.
take back to the workshop via the door. But otherwise, though, yeah, you've done that. Callie has made herself a nice fat 30 gold
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
from small interactions as you're popping in and out of the door, collecting small things, shit that you've already got made there at the workshop, and bringing it out and selling it to these people. There's a couple of little deals and trades that are made, yada yada. So on top of your 30 gold, the party effectively also gets enough apple preserves to qualify as 1 day's worth of rations,
Ooh,
and
okay.
Yes.
also enough beef jerky to qualify as a day's worth of rations for everybody.
Yes.
Nice.
So beef jerky and applesauce. Beef jerky, applesauce, and money. That's what you have gained. But
Best
yeah,
town we've ever been to.
this takes roughly 30 minutes
Yeah,
or so. So Tim is just asking these questions as you're finishing up, and then it's literally going to take you 2 minutes to walk over to the lips, because
Okay.
you finish up and you're like, hey, where'd Tim go? And then Torque's like, oh, he
He went
He already
that
headed over.
way.
You end up
He already went that way. He said he was going to go talk to somebody. So the party begins to meander over to the other side, and I will move everybody over there in just a moment. But Tim,
Mhm.
you feed booze to Brick. Brick sends back that this shit pretty strong.
Damn.
Yeah, spicy.
My robot
Uh,
body felt that a little bit. Dang. I'm good.
Yeah. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you feed
Famous.
you feed that to Brick, and the sheriff guy, he puts down his glass and like turns and like watches you like feed booze to
To a
Brick,
stone
and
dog.
then-
And while you're doing
And then-
that,
and then
Callie's
he-
pulling up in the back. He's just be like, "Man, this beef jerky's pretty good."
This is fucked.
this shit bussin'.
For real, for
Oh,
real.
yeah, right?
This should bust.
For real.
For real, for real.
Let me get everybody here on the map. All right. So yeah, you guys come in through the front door. Let's see here.
I would hope we go through the front door. Not make our own
All
door.
right.
The hell is this?
Let's see
Matt
here.
off of TikTok because I saw some guy that was like enjoying it too much.
Okay, so how do I? Okay, all right, here we go.
Oh.
So
I hate that video. I hate that video.
There we go.
You sent Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
there
Ooh.
we go.
Okay, I was
Okay.
like about to ask, why the fuck is it just a white box and then it like everything loaded in finally?
Okay, I'm gonna say that Mr. Shiros is parked outside,
Yes.
or is still attached to the angler, one way or the other. But he can be called if need be. And need might be, as we are on the battle map. But yeah, so
We are in a-
yeah, the rest of the party shows up at the Lips. Torque is very much like, hey, this is my mom's place. She's probably here right now, and this is where I like learned to, you know, all this all the shit that I know. This is the place where I learned. This is where I, you know, learn to be a people person and, you know, shake my ass for coins.
What
So,
the
like,
hell is
Torque-
this comment I just received? That's so fucking funny. Sorry, this is fucking. Anyway.
So Torque just like throws open the doors.
Brother, I told you I could sell that guy that weird upside down box thing that we made. And
Tim is like finishing the handshake with Ralph when he then whips around to like talk to the sheriff. He like gives y'all a like a deuce sign, like a peace, what's up? And he's like, howdy, officer. My name's Tim. How are you? He like holds his hand out for a handshake.
wait, where's the officer?
Well, you guys walk in as you see
This
Tim with like one arm pouring
Oh.
booze down pouring booze down Brick's mouth, and then with the other hand he's like reaching over to shake the hand of an orc guy who's wearing a armored coat. Now that he's turned, you can see that he's wearing an armored coat. He's got like scale mail underneath that. He has a badge that, for those of you who know Orcish, very clearly proclaims him to be a member of the sheriff's department. He has two big irons, very obviously like strapped on his belt. But he gives Tim, you know, like a smile and reaches out and gives him a very firm handshake. And he's like, "Well, pleasure to meet you, Tim. I believe you're the first automaton I've ever had the pleasure of coming across."
Well, I was gonna say about the same thing for you, but you know, he like gestures to the rest of the building. There's
I'm the
there's
first.
quite a few
I'm the
orcs I've
first
met.
orc you've come across.
No,
Callie screams over.
Well-
He's like, "Tim, you're not making a very good impression here."
those are my friends. I apologize for her outburst. But you
My
know,
that's no
outburst,
problem.
bro.
Please
I-
excuse that she has autism.
My outburst.
He
Boy, I ought to take all the screws out of you individually and watch as you crumble into a pile of broken parts.
He
We're,
does. The sheriff does stand up from his bar stool, and he looks over at Callie as she's like approaching, and he's like, "Ma'am, this might not be the case where you're from, but we do have laws around here. If you're under the age of 18, you can't be inside of this establishment."
Oh, she's
I'm of age, don't worry.
She's of age. She's like recently, actually. What was it? A year back? Say about
a couple of months.
Hey, there you go. So hey, this is her first experience. Welcome to the Lips Club.
Yeah.
The Lips Club.
Torque puts her hand on her hips and like cocks him to one side and looks at the sheriff, and she's like, "What's up, Boken? I see you finally got through sheriff training. How's that working out for you?" And he looks over at Torque, and you can see him like blush a little bit. He's like, was not expected to see you. So yeah, the party, makes their way over here and gets up with the sheriff, and I would like everybody except Tim to make a perception.
I'm gonna do that to Seamus. I don't know why it fucking rolled
My
back.
God, bro, he's locked in. Oh,
Damn.
Oh damn, bro. Dad don't see nothing.
I don't see shit.
Dad's too distracted by all the hot women.
And there are well, I mean, there's a
Well,
very
I mean,
hot orc woman. Yeah, there's a very hot orc woman who is currently burlesqued her way down to like, just her petticoats on stage over there.
Oh my, indeed.
Damn.
Tim has not glanced at the stage.
Yeah, so but besides that though,
bro, we get it. You
Okay.
loyal, we get it.
Okay.
You
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
I'm a married man.
Okay.
Look at my ring, everybody.
Right,
I'm married.
I don't even think he has a ring. Actually, does he have a ring? He has a floating Ioun stone around his head.
It occasionally hits like Brick in the head, and then just keeps going.
Gunk. Brick just like, bitch.
All right.
Or maybe even funnier, like
Okay.
Brick is chasing it like it's a ball.
Yeah. Sometimes Tim will just like flick it to like make it spin real fast, and Brick will just start chasing it.
Okay.
Ball.
All right.
Ball, ball.
Laria and Jamal.
Oh, damn.
As the party is walking in, and like, Callie's like going over there, telling off, like Tim, and then getting asked, and then getting carded, inside of this, like adult establishment. You guys are bringing up the rear, and as you are coming in, Laria, you get just an odd sensation. It is a feeling that you have had before, but it's not one that you've had in a very, very long time. Like it's like it's primal, like it's deep within your like Leshy DNA, kind of like feel of like there's that feeling of like you're being watched, kind of like vibe.
Yeah.
you're getting this like, oh, something can see me, something knows that I'm here, but I don't know what it is. Like something is aware of me and I'm vaguely, but I don't know what or where it is. You get that kind of like feeling. Jamal,
Yeah.
this place smells like a fucking bar, and also has like a a hint, the other stuff that they do, but like but as you are as you're coming in, there is also a faint smell of like a little bit of decay, like decaying plant matter, kind of like smell. And for a moment, it's just kind of like there, like a little whiff, and then you're like, it seems to be coming from like vaguely towards the back of the bar, like like there's an archway over
Laria
here.
just like kind of clings on to like Seamus's club.
Like there is just so you know, this isn't a wall, an archway that has a hall that goes like further in, but like somewhere over in that direction is where you're getting this hint of like faint decaying plant matter kind of smell. It's musty. It's not like entirely unpleasant, but it's definitely not like great.
It's just
Rusi,
something that's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's there, and it's unusual.
Smells a dying plant.
Yeah, like smells dying plant. It seems unusual. That's why you're making note of it. And
Laria was just cling on to him.
And everybody can see like Rusi start to like step faster to catch up with like Callie as she's going forward, especially when the sheriff stands up to like meet her to be like, "Hey, ma'am," like starts carding her. And like you can see he very quickly like turns away, so he's on stage. But then when he's not looking at the stage, he like glances into the back, and his eyes go like wide for a second as he's like, "Oh, hey, that hobgoblin's making out with one of the barmaids. Turn and look over here. Protective mode. Must be protective of the little sister." It's just like stands up like. But yeah. So, yes, everyone else though, you've been in bars. You know what bars are like. It's a bar. It's just a bar that also is like a strip club, and probably also literally a brothel. But yeah, at the moment, but at the moment though, it's kind of not. Obviously, it's not very crowded. There's the group up here. There's the group that's towards the back. There's who knows who's in the back room. You've got the bartender, and then you've got these folks at the bar. One of which is very clearly a sheriff.
Yeah.
And when he did talk to Callie, he did speak in common.
Oh. Callie would probably respond back. He's like, "I know Orcish too, in Orcish."
Oh, well. That's impressive. I was not expecting that.
What do you mean
that's
by
good
that?
Well, a lot of Imperials don't.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Most don't try and learn before they get here. They just hope everybody else acclimates to them.
Part of me was just hoping you weren't referring to the fish aspect of me. But yeah, no, Imperial, understandable. Those guys are not the greatest.
No, ma'am. We are not like that. We are not like that.
Just
my folks are from across the mountains, and we've got a high population of Azraketi yonder ways. So nice. No, ma'am. It's not that. It's the Imperial.
Yeah. If we're talking Imperials, no, I understand. They are weird.
At which point the who is sitting there next to him like spins in the bar and he's like, "Hey man, I'm right here."
Were we speaking in Orcish?
I mean, we were all speaking.
Did he understand?
He understood.
Yeah. Well, he understood the old man. He understood the old man when he was talking in Orcish, and now he spins around and he says in Orcish, like, "Hey man, I'm right here."
You're one of the good ones.
You're one of the good ones.
Good question.
What was that supposed
Hey,
to
yo,
mean?
Tim, tone it back a little, alright?
Yeah, the old man like smirks, but like shakes his head and like turns back to the bar at that. And
Callie also looks at the other guys like, what's your deal, human? Why are you? What do you do
Human?
around here?
1 second, I'll be right back.
I mean, Callie would say that. She is an Azraketti.
Well, fish lady, I work at the orchards.
Oh, you work at the orchards. Does that mean you pick
Yeah.
apples and stuff?
Yeah, I do picking, I do sorting.
Alright.
I also like load up mashers and all that sort of stuff when we're doing fermenting. Just kind of whatever needs doing.
Have you heard any weird stuff about the ruins nearby? Since you've been here?
Well, oh, you're curious about that too, huh?
I mean, it seems a lot of stuff's happening recently around here because of the ruins. I'm just curious is all.
I don't know if the ruins have anything to do with it, but I mean, he kind of like looks at the sheriff for a moment for like he's like gauging what he's about to say, and then he looks back at Callie and says, "There's been some minor stuff that's gone on, and he kind of just mumbles his way through it, and he's like, and the sheriff is just like, I think what he's trying to get at is there's been a few people that have gone missing, for lack of a better term. Yeah.
Who specifically went missing, if I may ask?
Nobody that nobody's going to miss.
What do you mean by that specifically?
Some criminals, bandits.
Oh,
People that were a problem in this area. Suddenly,
you might be right. Actually,
weren't a problem no more.
Yeah, I think people might not miss that. Actually, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've noticed that
or were they?
Well, there's been a gang that's been sort of an issue around here. Part of the reason why I have a job, honestly, is because of these bandits. And well, for some reason, some of them hadn't shown up. I mean, they're still, you want to get technical about it, they're still citizens here and whatnot. And while they're wanted for questioning with a lot of things, they don't have any rap sheet that's, immediately pertinent. But it's noticeable that they've sort of like dipped out. Now, maybe, hopefully, it just means that they've gone off to some other place, to pester some other folks.
Bandits.
But
I mean, you probably would have heard.
but it's noticeable that they ain't around.
Yeah. Typically, you'd hear about that. There's a guy coming over here. They went missing. Well, that is fascinating.
Yeah, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, dude, just let them know in the chat.
I'll tell them.
Was there ever
missing?
Tim like asked the sheriff? It's like I doubt it because it seems like something y'all wouldn't specifically be paying attention to. But the folks that go missing, was there ever any like spike in them being around or decrease in them being around before they went missing, or was it just one day they stopped showing up?
No, it's mostly that. One day, we noticed they hadn't been around for a while.
Interesting.
Typically, bandits don't just do that unless they get killed by some other group and then replaced.
or
Or
turn over a new leaf, but it feels like that's not the...
Yeah, but that's in the rare case. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, bandits becoming good, you know.
And plus, they'd still be around. They just wouldn't be banditing.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that is true. They would be around. They wouldn't have disappeared. They would have just, you know, become good and actually contribute, I guess, to the town in a meaningful way.
was there like a... Is there like a base of I guess a loose base of operations kind of thing, or do they just kind of...
Did they hang around the ruins?
Yeah, I guess that would be the poignant thing to ask.
Only if they were absolutely stupid. Nobody goes out there for that reason. I mean, now if they needed like, you know, a roof over their heads or something like that, I could understand that. But that's a long walk uphill through the Larchlands to get to the ruins, which, you know, as far as I've ever been told my entire life, they're haunted. Yeah, I mean, you want to vanish? Sure, go there. And since those guys vanished, maybe that is what happened. Maybe they went camping in the wrong spot. But like I said, they ain't nobody that nobody's going to miss. So
Only
frankly, makes my job easier.
Do I?
I would agree with you. Sorry.
No, I'm just... No, I'm saying this... I'm not saying this out loud as Callie.
Oh.
I'm just saying this in my head. Just that is very suspicious he says it like that.
Yeah. My response to the sheriff would be like, well, the only thing about that is whatever is doing this is eventually going to run out of bandits. And then it's, you know,
And then it's
vagrants on the street that people might be looking for. Or so while we understand the want to like clear out the gunk, so to speak, clear out the gutter, it's probably a good idea to nip the problem in the bud before it
before it becomes
avalanches.
Yeah, before it becomes more than missing bandits and then starts teetering into missing other persons like farmers and builders and other people that kind of matter.
This is above the table, but I thought of a joke. It was like, but if you start missing people, then all you'll need to do is put some more farming equipment from the Califino workshop.
I feel like he'd say that anyway. I feel like Callie's built something like that into him, where just every other sentence he just gives like an ad read.
Yeah.
Fucking Tim at this point is the ship of Theseus. Every part of him has been replaced by Callie, so he is Callie's property now at this point.
There is the canonical like Pheno Workshop tag on his like lower back. He has like the Pheno.
He's got a Pheno Workshop tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Chiseled by Callie herself. Swag.
Yes.
Do you see the whisper that came your way?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Torque does like very subtly. She points.
I whisper back to her. Explain.
She like leans a little bit back, like around, like between Rusi and June, and she's like, "That's the motherfucker that shot me."
Oh. Oh. Well.
Which bitch? Where? Where?
Oh, damn, bro. You know what? A shootout does seem inevitable.
I whisper back to Torque. Do you want me to put a fireball rune on them?
On the table where he's sitting.
No, not on the table. On them specifically.
Slap it on their back.
She whispers back. She's like, "Fights break out here all the time, but like, this is my mom's business. Don't blow it up."
Oh, so wait.
That's true.
That's so funny. She's like, "I don't mind if you kill him. Just don't blow up the building."
Put
just
the
burn down the
rune on
building.
him, and then just detonate it when he leaves.
would miss him if he just suddenly spontaneously exploded one day.
I'm like, excuse me,
But,
who the motherfucker that shot Torque?
This motherfucker over here, this guy,
Ping, real quick. Who are you talking
I
about?
see it.
this guy over here in
Okay.
the back corner, yeah, which he is dressed like any other, like one of the cowpokes around here. Although when you look over in his direction, he does have a certain sort of like aura about him. You know, like you know how you can look at somebody and be like, why does this motherfucker look so angry? He's got that vibe.
Just a mad.
Hey, yo, this motherfucker look pissed off, bro.
Yeah, he looked pissed off.
About to be
And
hurt.
as you're you know kind of glancing over in that direction toward him, which this guy that Torque indicated and this other orc cowpoke are like having a quiet conversation. The other orcs that were with them, they've walked through this under this arch into like the back areas with one of the like serving girls, and this dude who was with them is now sort of like just casually leaning with his mug, his mostly empty at this point like mug of beer. He's just kind of like leaning here, and Torque's mother like comes out from the back room, and she comes up, and her and Maxanne are, you know, like they basically they're asking the party like, hey, do you guys want to drink? You know, take a seat, get seats comfortable. And as they are
Oh no.
saying this, this orc cowpoke who has been sitting here like, you know, calmly this whole time, just sort of casually taking you guys in, and whatnot, he stands up from the thing, takes like a step forward, and you guys do not need to make checks or anything like that to hear him as he like taps Torque on the like shoulder and then like leans over real close to her when she like looks back in his direction, and he says in Orcish, I remember you. It's been a couple of years. You back on the menu?
What do you mean
Can I-
by this?
Can I? I'm okay. You know, we don't have June here, so Tim is
I
gonna
mean,
take,
honestly,
you know...
if June, it's probably a good thing June isn't here, because June would be like, "Hey, DM, can I shoot this guy?"
Tim might, but I'm gonna send Brick to just tackle this motherfucker to the ground.
I mean, that's how you start things. Go for
bite
it.
that guy's nuts off.
Hey,
You know,
like,
this whole time, Laria
don't
is still
bash this
clinging
man
on
in
the
the mouth.
Seamus.
Jamal,
I'm gonna
just
re-roll
looking
that.
around. I know
I'm gonna
what
re-roll
is
that.
happening.
We at the end of this game, so I'm gonna roll it again.
Can I do a? Can I try to stealth
Better.
my way somewhere? Stealth my way out of this
I would
conversation?
say that
Just before we
that when
initiate initiative.
Yeah,
when-
Tim
when-
would
say
tap
that the
Callie and be
moment-
like, "You can."
I
I would
can
say
go
that the moment that
stealthily
Brick
walk away here,
launches,
so I can.
Callie is not being paid attention to by anybody. Callie is not on
Okay,
anybody's radio.
All right, good. I just wanted to ask because I wanted to start the initiative doing stealth so I can activate the coin around my neck.
Okay. All right then. So, I'm gonna say that Callie, we'll just move Callie back a step, as she's just like nobody's paying
I want
attention
no
to me.
part of this.
As Brick launches himself across the way.
Can I use this more as a shove attack? I'm looking more to just like get like just basically move him away from Torque, right?
Yes.
I don't want to
you
like
can go-
rip his nuts off yet. I just want to like, hey, get off my friend.
Yeah, you totally can do that. Okay, so then you'll need to make a shove. So you'll need to do an athletics versus his athletics DC, which is not high.
Yeah, that worked.
So a stone dog that is like the size of a Doberman slams into this dude.
That
Thank you, Fuzzy. Very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
no, I went to go like look at what the athletics DC was, and I was like, his athletics DC is not 30. That's wrong.
Oh damn.
Oh, I was like, well, then I may have just got it.
So yeah, no. You critical.
You critical! You Dragon Ball Z send him flying!
So you send this guy flying a full 10 feet back, and he is knocked prone. So I'm gonna put the boot on him, as he is knocked prone.
I can imagine June have her hand on Ladyfinger, and then Brick just
and just like sends him flying back. Okay, so as we are, yes, at the end of the game, but the gauntlet has been thrown. So let me let's take care of initiative. So let me bring up the turn order, and I'm going to add these guys to the turn order. Turn.
Oh shoot, bricks clicked. Well, that's fine. Yeah,
Turn.
it's Tim doesn't even break conversation with the sheriff. Like he's talking with the sheriff, and then all of a sudden,
Bro, how the fuck did I roll a 2? Dude, my stealth initiative isn't even that low. It's better than my perception DC. That's fucked, bro. Well, we all know he's gonna be probably at the bottom of the list.
All right, so
I wouldn't say nothing on that note. You don't know.
Nah,
Alright,
I'll probably be at
some
the
of the-
bottom. 16
I feel like
is pretty
these
low.
ding dongs are.
Dude, are they even gonna be on the initiative roll?
Well, this town was like everybody has guns and is ready to defend. So I assume that once something happens in this bar, everybody's happening in this bar. Just about who sides who takes.
oh geez, one of these guys is ready to go to town.
Golly.
Someone was ready, was waiting for shit to happen.
Someone was having such a bad
this-
day, they wanted to start blasting, bro.
It's like, please give me a fight, please. And Tim was like, I got you, brother.
I got you.
I was just gonna say, just play it off as like Brick is just being defensive to Torque because of all the shit that we went through previously.
Yeah.
So like, I guess this is just be like an initiative in case something breaks out, but like we could probably quickly defuse it too.
Nah, fuck these guys. I don't want to quickly defuse this.
Yeah. They shot our best friend in the chest. You're not getting no mercy.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, it was 3 years ago.
I'm gonna say
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna say Jamal don't.
Oh
know what the
damn,
hell is happening
damn! I am
or
at the
heard
bottom. Of
anything.
This fucking sucks, dude.
You could always just what was it like
Burn all
We
3
can-
of my hero points? No, that seems like a waste of hero
No,
points.
I was gonna say like
You
Hold your
can
turn.
delay.
Reroll.
Yeah.
delay.
Yeah,
delay,
you can delay, and then just tell me where you want to reinsert yourself. Since you're at the bottom, that can just be what you do. Is you just wait for everyone else to react, especially since you're stealthing, and then you just tell me when you take the opportunity to go.
Okay. Well, you know.
Better than burning hero points, honestly.
Yeah.
And the first thing that's going to be happening with these dudes is they are all just standing up and pulling their weapons. That is what they're doing through their immediate turn. Is they're just like stand up, pull weapon. This guy, the guy who was just waiting for a fucking he smashes his mug against the table so that he's got a jagged broken piece of glass handle.
I'm gonna run your pockets
It's
for the
just
money
like-
it's gonna take to buy another one, you ass.
As he just like
Nah, we'll
bam
just kill
slams
him.
up, and
Yeah,
he's
we'll
and
just kill
he
him.
and since he's closest, he is going to use one action to move over to his boy. The guy who is down is just like fucking dog.
Got that dog
What
in me.
the
Oh, run.
fuck?
Fucking dog. But Brick. Okay, so let's see here. Brick goes before the guy on the floor. So what is Brick going to do since he's standing over the prone dude?
Are we running around to combat?
We'll just get everyone's initial action so that Callie can then pick where she wants to insert herself.
Okay, doke. Brick will. Let's see. Brick will.
Brick and Tim.
Brick and Tim will. Brick will take glass shield, so that's up.
Okay.
Damn.
Tim will take out his barricade buster and then take reactions. Like, will hold a reaction for the moment that somebody takes a move on Torque. He will fire on them.
Okay. Forgot to add this guy to the initiative. And we'll have Mom stand in as NPC initiative. There we go. All right. I'll set them up later. I just want to make sure that they're on the list. Okay, so stand up glass shield. Tim pulls out weapon, sets action to fire on enemy when enemy does enemy action. Correct?
Yes.
What the fuck is that
Okay.
noise, dude?
Okay. This guy is going to take his action to stand up. So I'll remove
Is it a
the
drink
boot.
sound?
And he's going to whip out like
Because that's me.
He's pulling his
like a knife.
Mhm.
Pulling out a knife.
Drink.
This guy back here, he stands up casually, and he is going to. He coughs. He coughs politely into his fist.
He has the plague.
We must kill
yeah.
this man.
Like he honestly, he coughs hard enough that it kind of makes him bend over a little bit. Like he's got to use his other. brace himself.
I'm just
He's
grabbing.
really
the...
got.
starts-
He smokes
He
too
starts
long.
he starts to cough real hard.
He starts subvertly grabbing a weapon underneath the table or something like that.
Laria, a bar brawl is activating. That feeling that you were feeling beforehand has intensified. Attention is
So,
on the area, is
I
on
put
the room,
I put
but
a
it's also
condition on
it's also
Laria.
specifically on you.
I put a condition on Laria.
Okay,
It's a
back
frighten one condition.
that's good because that is what this will trigger. That this will trigger the frightened condition. But that intent, but the attention that you were, it has intensified.
Should all of us make a will save?
So
Nope, because it is Laria specific. It's interacting with a specific tag that Laria has that the rest of you don't.
yeah, which is why I said she's been clinging on the Seamus's robe this whole time. She's gonna activate shield as her action,
Okay,
and she's just gonna continue to cling on to Seamus.
all right. Ready's shield, Seamus.
Yeah.
What's your quick action from shit has suddenly hit the fan?
My quick action is well, first things first. I notice Laria becoming frightened, so I quickly pull out my scythe, let it have it like sitting over my shoulders, and then I kind of like move Laria behind me because obviously something's in here freaking her out. So I'm gonna try to do what I can to protect her.
You can see veins bulging out on this guy. He's coughing so hard.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So pretty
There's
much,
little-
I'm primed and ready with my scythe, and of course, the spare hands got the spiked fist. So like anybody who wants a free knuckle sandwich.
Okay. This guy looks over at this guy and is just like, "You okay?" As he's like pulling out a crossbow. He's like, "Are you okay?" And the other guy, like, you see him wave him off, but when he waves his hand away from his mouth, flecks of blood.
Oh Jesus, tuberculosis.
All
Get
around
that.
his mouth.
Get
But
that
in
plague
addition
away
to
from me.
flecks of blood, you can see what looks like little insect legs poking out of the corners of his mouth.
Oh no!
Oh, that's so gross. I love it.
He's being eaten from the inside.
Parasites.
Parasite.
Oh hey.
You know, honestly,
Oh, hey.
I think he deserves it for what he has
Oh, yeah.
done.
Agreed.
That guy walks out and he's like, "Oh hey, shit's going on. Crossbow. Jamal, you already have a gun in your hand.
Yes, yeah, into the fray. I got a knife and a gun in hand.
Into the fray,
All right,
the
well,
little
you're-
dog man go.
You are ready to go. So what is your action that you are going to take here immediately as you are in your absolute natural element? Bar fight, Mr. Gunslinger.
What do you?
I'm like, look, into the fray. Man, you already know, man, about to jump on that table, ready to go.
Yeah.
All right.
You kickflip
Jump
the
on that
table
table.
over and use it as like guard.
Which table are you going to jump onto? That one? Bam. There you go.
That one.
All right. Give me an athletics check, Jay. DC 17.
You
Because
got
it's not
this.
a
You
tall
got
table.
this. You got this. Gremlin, crazy war veteran gremlin.
Old man, war veteran.
You
dog
said,
man.
well, you said athletics. You said-
Yar.
Yes. Athletics.
Hopefully his old man
Yeah.
knees doesn't fail him. Oh man, they almost
His old
did.
man knees is
You know,
failed.
you know what I mean? They almost did.
It's too close.
Well, I mean, the table is taller than Jamal.
I mean, that is
Um,
true. And his old man knees got a probably creaking and cranking on the whole time when he's doing it.
Okay, so that means everybody's done their initial action. So now we come to where Callie can now make the choice of where she wants to insert. So
Okay.
After which character or NPC do you want to reinsert Callie?
I want to reinsert Callie after this guy, the guy at the top of the initiative, the 34 dude. This guy right here. I
All
want
right.
to go after that guy.
Okay, so we will give Callie a 33. I'm going to roll for 2 NPCs that I forgot.
Hey yo, bar fight is happening.
Bar fight is
I want to do
happening.
something about that.
This is the first time
Mark it
Callie
up.
has walked into a bar, and this is how everybody's reacting, bro. She's never been in this situation before.
Hell yeah.
Sheriff Boken is on the fucking ball.
Let's go. Me and my boy.
No, my boy!
Okay.
Father, help!
Oh, no. Oh no, my boy.
Oh man, I almost
Okay.
want to do this with pure hands. I almost want Tim to just fucking give these robot hands out for free. Just fuck the guns. We doing
Okay.
hands in this.
It is 10:30. So
Yeah.
this is where we are going to end. We've gotten everybody rolled up, everyone's pulled weapons.
Yes.
We'll damn it. But also Torque and Rusi. But I will do that after this. By the way, we've hit 10:30. It is the end of session. As always, thank you for
Might want to set a reminder
putting up
for
with
yourself.
my thank you for putting up with my stuff and
This
and
was
everything.
awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I honestly just had a great idea of like, man, wouldn't it be great if we just had like a high level bar fight? So
Yes.
that is what we are going to do. Now I am going to go ahead and let you know
Hell
that
fucking yeah.
the guy who's coughing up blood and also maybe bugs, he's a tough dude. He can meet you guys totally. The other guys around here, they are jobbers. Just, FYI, they are jobbers. They are basically orc bandits. So you will probably mop the floor with these guys. While they might be like on the ball when it comes to initiative, they are just they're jobbers. They're regular dudes, and they are not on your level at all. But
Oh, this is gonna be a slaughterhouse.
it is about to be a slaughterhouse. So, yes, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is a bar fight, but these guys are also just morally bad. So
yeah, I don't feel anything.
I'm not gonna feel bad about breaking their necks.
Fuck them, bro.
You don't have to. You don't have to feel bad,
bro. Fuck those guys.
You don't have to feel bad about these guys.
Let's put it this way: this man knew who Torque was and what they did to Torque the last time they were here, and still came up and said that. That's why I was like, yeah, break his ribs, please.
Remove that man
on the floor.
Remove that man's balls.
Remove his wiener privileges.
No more dick privileges.
Maul his balls.
Penis privileges have been removed.
Maul his balls.
Twist his dick.
Twist his dick.
But yes,
The old titty twister.
So next session, we will have us a good old-fashioned fucking bar brawl.
Hell yeah.
And whatnot. Hopefully everyone will be available, have fun, and all of that sort of jazz. I said I'm going to roll fucking NPCs that I managed to miss, plus June, so that everybody's on the list. But we are otherwise going to be starting at the top of the round with everybody placed appropriately. Okay, so thank you once again, everybody. I hope that you have the rest of to be pleasant and fun. I am going to go get myself something to drink. I need it desperately. Yeah. Anyways, have fun. Love you. Mean it. Talk to you laters.
Talk to y'all later.
Later.
Good night.
Gute Nacht.
Schloss.